Hello everyone, George here, and we are once again checking out FNAF here in my implementation of it inside of Unity. We got our fan, and we're going to add some buttons to it to make it do things, I think. So let's make that actually happen. So each one of these buttons are going to be usable, and then they're going to, I guess, work with probably a fan manager to make the entire thing kind of work together in one giant script. So let's go to create C# script. And let's just call this fan manager, I guess, to begin with. So fan manager will go on the fan. So there it is. Where are you? Fan manager right there. Let's open that script up and start editing some things. So fan manager. So what do we need to do? We need to rotate this blade right here. We also need to detect and have collidables on each of these buttons, right? So let's see. So there's power button, there's start knob, middle knob, end knob, add component, add, do a cylinder. Let's just go a box collider. I think that's good enough. Whoops, frame up. There we are. And now that we've got a box collider, these are triggerable. So that's good. Coming on over here. So what do we need? We're going to need references to those other objects. We can either grab them through the hierarchy if we want to. So we could go into there and grab a, let's see, would it be usable? Each of those is going to have a script on it, which is going to interact with the manager, the top-based manager, right? So that's how this is going to work. So this one needs to know the different states. So why don't we just create a public enum fan states. And we'll do off, low, medium, high. Okay. Save. The opposite of off is going to be low. So whenever you go from off to something, it's going to always go right to low, I guess. That'll be the kind of the case. And I'm going to need a fan state. Good. So fan state's going to start with it being off, I guess. Off. And when each of these buttons get pressed, something different's going to happen. So let's create some new scripts. So we'll make one for each of these. So this will be, let's see here. Right click, create C# script. And let's do fan off button, create C#, and fan low button, should really be fan button low, but oh well. Create folder, whoops, not folder, that's not what I wanted. Right click, create C# script, fan medium button, and right click, create C# script, and fan high button. Okay, and let's create a new folder in here. After we did that, let's do this one. Just call this fan, just so that things get a little bit less convoluted. So all of you come along, and you're gonna all go in there. Great. Let's jump back over here now. Yes, please reload all. Yes, please reload. Let's go back over to fan. So we got high, low, fan manager, medium button, and fan button off. Come on. Yes, please. Thank you. Open that one up. Great. So each of these buttons are going to implement usable. So let's do that. So usable. You know, I'm wondering if they should be powered as well, because technically anything other than off should absorb power in some way. So let's go Alt-Enter and implement interface. There we are. So that's use. I'm going to move that to the bottom really quick. And I'm going to get rid of that. Copy this. Save. So this is fan button off. So this needs to communicate with the fan manager. The fan manager is going to be on the parent object. I'm just going to go up in the hierarchy and grab it. Let's do void awake. Whoops. And we'll do fan manager, and fan manager is going to be equal to this dot transform dot parent dot get component, and we're going to grab the fan manager. Since we're dealing with a fan, I can pretty much rely on that. We can ignore that stuff right now. The fan off button is not going to do anything on either of these occasions. It's only going to be used. So fan manager dot set state, something like that, and it'll be off. Fan states dot off, something like that. This needs to be fan manager dot fan states dot off. Now we need to make that function method. So let's jump over to fan manager, save, come in here and do void set state. This will be a switch statement. It's going to take in from that fan state, copy that, paste it in there. Now we can do our cases. So grab this, come over here, paste, and get rid of all of these elements really quick. Now let's do case, space, whoops, copy, paste, 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 because I'm lazy, and I need fan states. Paste, 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 period, 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 period. And now we need this, and then we need breaks on the ends too. Okay, now break, copy, paste, paste, and paste. Now we can handle everything. So the first thing that needs to, so when we go to off, we need to check to see what off actually means. So if we're already in off, we should be moving, our state should become low. So it's not off, it's the button's really power. So let's change that. Power. Okay. If the state, if this dot state is equal to fan states dot off dot power, then we are going to, how do I want to handle this? Off made more sense, didn't it? Because it's off or it's in the low state. So maybe I will do that after all. So let's do this. Yeah, it made more sense to do it that way to begin with. Okay, so if we're in off and the fan state, if we've just turned it off and the fan state before was not equal to off, our current state will end up becoming off. So state is equal to off, fan states dot off, and we should stop rotating the fan itself. So let's do what, an enumerator and rotate fan blade, and then while what is it? Fan state does not equal fan states dot off. We're going to be rotating this thing over and over and over again. Now we're going to need a yield return null. Great. Now we need to know what we're rotating, so we do need to latch on to that object. We can do that in here. So there's the fan state stays. Now we're going to do, I guess, transform fan blades. We're going to grab that in here. So I should be able to grab that as a child object. So if we go to fan, then the blades are right there. Hit F key. Great. So fan blades is going to be equal to this dot transform equals this.transform.getChild. That's the index. Is there, I forget, does get or dot find, and then we're just going to put in the string name, which is simply fan underscore blades and semicolon. Okay, so now we have our fan blade. So now in here, our fan blades are going to rotate dot rotate. Let's see what options we have here. So we'll do space Euler angle, I think. Okay, so what is the speed of the fan going to be? That's the other thing that we need to deal with. Whether the fan manager knows what these speeds are, or if the buttons know what those speeds are, that depends, I guess. I'm going to assume the fan manager kind of holds all that information in. So let's just create those different speeds. So float, off speed, speed is equal to, well, actually, off speed. How do I want to do this? Yeah, let's do off speed is equal to 0.0f. Float, low speed is equal to 5.0f. Float, medium speed is going to be equal to 25.0f. And then float, high speed is going to be equal to, I don't know, 75.0f. And in the enumeration, we're going to use these values to create our new vector. So we'll do a new, let's see, vector 3 current speed is going to be equal to a new vector 3. And we'll just say that it's zeros for the moment, nothing that we really need to deal with. So current speed, which is this vector here, is going to actually, you know what I want? I don't want that. I actually want this to be multiplied. So let's just say this should be what axis of rotation is going to be equal to a new vector 3. Now is it yaw, pitch, roll? I can never remember. Let's just 0f, 0.0f, 1.0f. Let me see, rotate. Vector 3 Eulers. And the Euler angle order is different if I remember correctly. So unity, Euler angle order. And let's take a look. Yeah, so it's Z, X, and Y. So the first thing we're going to want to do is Z. So it is a different order. So this should be 1, and this should be 0. And I'm going to take the axis of rotation and scale it. So let's take axis of rotation, rotate this, and multiply that by, whoops, not that, current speed. Where's our current speed? Did I not make that variable yet? Apparently I did not. So float current speed 0.0f. Well, is equal to off speed, really, but we'll get to that at some point. Is equal to current speed, and then this should be space dot local self. Yeah. Okay. So that's going to rotate it a set amount. It's going to abandon it, and then it's going to keep doing this so long as the state does not equal off. It's going to continue to throttle the speed based upon whatever the current speed gets set as. And these parts are going to be changing the current speed. So let's go to current speed now and set them up in here. This is what happens when you wing it. You just kind of hope it comes together at the end, and it did this time, I think. So current speed is going to be equal to low speed, medium speed, high speed, low speed, medium speed, and high speed. Great. And this one, state is equal to that, and then current speed is going to be equal to off speed. And of course, I'm trying to think, is there, if this.fan state does not equal this, then do that. Else we need to turn this on to low. So state should change. So state is equal to fan states.low, because now you've actually turned it on, because it was before the current state was not off. So you've now turned it off. However, if it had some other state, no, I'm sorry. That first, the fan state does not equal off. Therefore, it had to have been on. So we turn it off. Here, though, the fan state was off. So what we need to do is turn it on, and we're going to set it up to be at the default lowest level, which is right there. And we can just then do high speed. Now for the rest of these, I mean, if you press low, it's not going to do anything. Medium, not going to do anything. High, not going to do anything. It's just going to set up whatever the speed should actually be. And it should probably change the state to whatever one it should be as well. Now, can I... So this happens and we break. I'm trying to see if there was an easier way I could do this. But you know what? State is equal to low. State is equal to that, and let's just do high, medium, and low. Okay. All right, so let's see where my errors are. That's the first thing we need. So set state. So this one needs to do some work. So it's inaccessible, so we need to go to fan manager and make it public. Come back over here, see what happens. Nothing, which is good. So our fan manager's there with the manager. Now we go to the end knob. End knob gets the high button. So there's high, middle. Gets that one. Power button gets off. And start gets low. I should really rename things so that they all match up. That would probably be the right thing to do. All right, save. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm going to move the player's body forward and put my Vive on and see what happens. And my body is right here. Move that up towards the fan. That's good enough. Hit run. Turn on the controllers. Get this thing on my face. And come over to the fan. Where's my hands? There we go. Whoops. Now I'm not getting anything going on right here. Do we have any errors? No. Okay. So does the fan body have something on it that it's hitting? So if we go to the fan, the fan does not have a collider. The blades don't. The body does not. That's our collider right there. There. Wait. Fan medium button. Hold on. Let's go look at these different buttons really quick. Because I don't think I did anything with them, did I? Nope, they do absolutely nothing. So they need to access the fan manager and make things happen. So I think, did I do one of these? Yes, I did the off button. So why don't we go ahead, and it's going to basically be the same thing for each of those. Copy this, and let's go to medium and do usable. And paste. We got our fan manager, and we call use, and instead of off, we're going to do medium, low button, usable, and let's see, low, and then high button. Usable. Bam. Yes, 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 yes. And usable. Also good. And let's go back to the manager. And I think let's see here. So we never call this to happen. So we should set this up in start. So start coroutine this, and we'll do quotes. There we go. And we don't need update, so that can go. Stop that there. I'm trying to think. I don't even need this. I just need a while loop, don't I? The fan should probably be powered so that, while true, we do that. Let's do that right now. So instead of mono behavior, fan manager is going to inherit from, what was it, powered? And that needs a couple methods, if I remember right. So Alt Enter and implement the abstract class. Where is that? There it is, on power outage. Let's do just bool. Do I have a powered variable actually? So can I do, hold on. I guess I don't have one. So bool powered is equal to true by default. And when a power outage has, so this is going to be powered, while powered, do this. Else, so powered is going to be equal to false. It's going to turn off. Okay, now let's see if that helps. Okay, so we got an error first. Let's clean some stuff up. Come back here to fan manager dot usable. So use fan states, it's not usable. It should be high. Good. Okay, clear. Clear again. Get the Vive on and see what happens. Bam. Okay. Oh, where's the other hand? There it is. Okay, so click. Whoa, that's the wrong axis. Let's move over a little bit. Is it, or is it just... How is that spinning? Okay, yeah, that's the wrong axis. Now, I'm trying to see if I can actually press the right button. So off right now seems to not be very good. Off looks like it's putting me in high mode, so I gotta check that. Okay. Maybe we should kill the player as soon as they put their hands in there and put bloody particle effects all over. Could do that. Okay, so so apparently I did have the rotation improper. So what is it? Fan manager. I'm gonna just go with U as 0 and U as 1. Let's try that again. Oh. Whoops, back up a little. And there we go, it's the right axis. So, see, it's very hard to hit the right one though because of the size of my collider. Now it looks like it reverses direction instantaneously, but that just might have something to do with the rate at which it's doing what it's doing. That might need to rotate in the opposite direction, actually. I can't tell. Yeah, I think it does. So what I'm going to do is make one of the hands a lot thinner than the other so that I don't have... I get better placement of, or at least better clicking. So let's find the body and go to the right controller because that's my dominant hand. And wait. I don't want... Yes, actually I do want that. Okay. And let's just thin this down. Much thinner, yeah. And even make it a little bit smaller, just so that I'm okay. That's good. Let's try this again. Now I've got hopefully some better, yeah, that's a lot thinner. So off right now is going slow. That's super fast. That's fast. That's something else. So let's check out our speeds. Whoa, do you see that? It's throttling up and down. I think the speeds are too high to begin with, and I think we're getting sampling issues where we're not sampling fast enough. So fan state high, current speed equals high speed, state is equal to high, break, medium speed, low speed, low. This should be low, and that should be off speed is equal to fan states dot low. Come on. Oh, current speed. What am I doing? Low speed. There we are. Now let's take a look at these speeds again. And low speed is 5. Oh God, is rotation in degrees or is it in radians? It's in Euler angles. And degrees around the y-axis. It's degrees, so I'm not screwing that up. So let's crank these down. I'm going to do 5, 10, and 25. So we take that axis of rotation, we multiply it by whatever our current speed is. I am going to negate the speeds, and we multiply it by our current space. So let's see what happens now. Okay, back up. So there's off, and it goes to low. I click low, and it freaks out. I click medium, I click high. It's very strange. Did I not multiply it by time.delta time? I did not multiply by time.delta time, did I? Oh, crap. Yep. Current speed, axis of rotation, time.delta time. There we are. Now let's run this. That's the big problem. Inconsistent frame rates. All right. Low went to low. Low is on low. Obviously, I'm going to need to pick up the speeds, I think. Okay, let's change some things up. Again, that's better. But now I've dealt with some of the problems, so we can crank these up. So let's do 15, let's do 50, and then this one will be, or maybe 40. 40, and this one can be 75. 75 rotations per second, or degrees per second, not rotations. That would be crazy. Okay. All right. Dink. Dink. Now, are they so close that I'm actually hitting? All right, time to debug and see what is broken. Oh, you know what? No, power hasn't gone out. Good. Okay. Want to make sure that's not the issue. So what is happening here? Why can't I distinguish between anything? This is off. Sets the state to off. Medium does medium. Low does low and high does high. So that's all fine. So let's add some debug statements. So debug.log. Use off button. This way we can check to see what's happening. And medium button. I said let's do some debugging. This is not debugging. This is just this is crapping out stuff. But whatever. This is the lowest form. Let's clear this out and hit run. Okay. All right. I'm going to try to do this while looking somewhere else. Okay, the high button was just hit. Now it's saying the low button was hit. What the heck? Come on. So I did get the use high button, use low button to fire off, but I didn't get the rest of them too. Let me look at the hand again and see if the collider on the hand is just a piece of junk. So hand, right, hand. Do I have something else going on? There's a sphere collider there, and there's hand right there. Who's got the script? You've got a rigid body. What do you have? You also have a rigid body. So which one's going to have a rigid body, people? I can't have this going on too. So let's get rid of that one and this one, and we'll keep it on the right controller part. And let's go to controller left as well and see under its hand if it has anything, and if it does, we'll remove that, because they're probably fighting with each other. So the model is indifferent at the moment. It's all about the uppermost layer. Let's clear this so I can get a better idea what's going on. And let's move over. There we are. Okay, so tap, tap. That's supposed to be off, mind you. Tap, middle, tap, faster, tap. Stupid fast is what that should be. What the heck is happening? I see the high button, I see the low button, I don't see anything else. Oh, I have these collapsed. So right now the high button and the low button are the ones that are firing. Let's take a look at the other buttons. So this has the wrong, so it has the right script on it. That's low. What is this? This one's off, right? So that's the off button. And this one's the medium button. It's triggerable. That's good. That one is too. Thought so. This one is triggerable as well. It's also got the high button going on. All of these ones fire off here. Debug.use. Then we go to Fan Manager. Oh crap. Yeah, that's not good. I need to do this dot state. That is a big problem. Isn't there? Oh wait, it's not this dot state. It's fan state. This is what happens. Change the fan state of everything. Not the, because it would, man, okay. Anyway, it wouldn't do that because it would hit the brake, but there's some bad things that could happen. So high, medium, low, current speed, yeah, that's what we wanted to change. Okay, let's try this now. And back and over, strafe, and off, slow, medium, fast, medium, slow, we're off. Now low shouldn't do that. It's just very hard to hit the damn buttons. And part of the issue is, you know, if you're here and you come over here, you've got to be fully outside of the other object to influence it properly. I don't know why that just went up super crazy fast. So what is getting hit there? Let's clear this out. And off, medium, medium. How the heck is the medium getting hit? Unless my script's still wrong. Well, no, that wouldn't even make any sense. Yeah. How is the medium button getting hit unless my hand is just completely screwed up? So controller right. Oh, that's still my collider? Holy crap. Yeah, that's not good. That's a sphere collider. Let's go with a capsule. Well, let's do this first. Remove sphere collider. Wow. Oh my god. Capsule. This is not a good night for me. There we are. Now, let's just run it. I want to figure out what the values actually should be. Where is this thing? Zoom out. So radius needs to be, okay, so it's rotated 90 degrees to begin with, so that's wrong. So center material axis needs to be z-axis, so z in 0.05. And the height is probably like that, I'm guessing. Did I accidentally get rid of the... No, there's the mesh renderer. There's the mesh filter. These should probably be made better. But, oh well. It is what it is at the moment. Let's turn these off and try this again. For the last time, I think. Off. It's still huge. Look at the size of it. So, something like that maybe. Okay, and beep. Got it, one of these, right? I can't tell where my hand is. There we go, high, medium, low, off, on, off, on, off. Better, okay. So I am going to increase those fan speed values, obviously, so let's do that really quick, and then we're going to call it quits for this video, because a fan should not have been that hard to do, and I am apparently not mentally here. So let's increase low to 30, let's increase medium to 80, and let's increase high to 125, something maybe even higher, 130. Okay, well, with that, I think we're done with our fan and having it interact with us. We'll have to still test out a few things, like we didn't test out what happens with powering it down, but we'll get to that soon enough, I'm sure. Until then, I'll see you next time. So long, goodbye.